Triumph after triumph. You have excelled in base villainy. For one who fights with monsters should look to it that they themselves become a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. You have reached the time of majority, and you shall come into your birthright. But another seeks to disinherit you. Do not let her be your death. Your father loves you best. You have already made us so proud. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your line. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is greater than you could have dreamed. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, dear sister, must die by your hand, an offering in Baal's sanctum. Your heart pines for the love of your lord. Today is a wonderful day for murder.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
Greetings, old friend. Orin told me you were on your way here, but I scarcely believed it. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate. Welcome home. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. Crawling back from their bloody disgrace, it's my favorite assassin. Gods, you're a sight for sore eyes. Orin told me she made a fool of you, but I should have known you wouldn't go down that easy. Then she didn't die. The past is lost to you. Let me clear up some mysteries then. We share so much history. You and I initiated this plot. We discussed in depth the failures of our predecessors and how to avoid them. We understood that if we were to unite, no one could stand in the way of the Dead Three. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, it was but a small step to the most successful religious hoax ever perpetrated. In Baal's name, you set your bloody daggers to cause panic in the streets, killing in the Absolute's name. You would have carried out that part of the plan had Orin not ruined your hard work. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god.
It was all going so well, until you vanished. Orin informed us that henceforth she would speak for the Temple of Baal, and act on their behalf.
But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself. Have you gone soft? I find that hard to believe. One's true nature always rises to the top. When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. Now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought Thorm's Netherstone. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain. It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric felled, Orin proves treacherous. She craves the Netherstones for her own, desperate to impress Baal. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Her assassins hunt you even now. They are very efficient killers. Even someone with your talents should take heed. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. So I turn to the Scion of Baal. You are his dear sovereign. He created you to rule. Let's make our pact anew. A divine oath, sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge, sickens within you. When you level the world over, that dead world must be yours alone. But first you will rule. Then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
We would not meddle in each other's affairs. This was our agreement. She came to us as Baal's chosen. We are but servants to our lords. Your presence here means your lord sees a purpose for you yet. I tolerated Orin, but I liked you. Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp. That sounds all too believable.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. The Baal Temple, your old haunt, now reeks of her ichors. Do you even remember how to find it? A shame. It's a secret even to me. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. You carry the stone plucked from Merkel's chosen. Besides, why call you enemy when I could repair an old friendship? Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
I'll not trust the word that slithers out of Gortash's mouth. I need to hear it from you. He named you as Baal's chosen. A Baal spawn. Is it true? The last time Baal spawn walked the world, it was only to serve their father's design. We got lucky in averting it once. If your kind walk the world again, no. No! Doubt between us only serves Gortash. Only serves the Absolute. Give me some time. I need to think.
The urges are calling on you again, aren't they? I haven't seen you sleep through the night once in the past days. I knew you had some nasty habits, but I didn't want to pry over much, but bloody hells! A Baal spawn! Probably more Baldurian parents scare their children with stories of your kind than mine. I thought your kind was extinct. Goes to show, you should always check your facts. So, how are you feeling? Keen to reconnect with your family? Or ready to throw yourself in an oubliette? You know, though I don't look a day over 100, I was alive in Baldur's Gate when the Baal spawn first arose. I was barely aware of it, locked in the kennels as a young spawn. Rather thrilling. I get to watch the bloodshed firsthand. I felt very unfashionable missing out last time.
I thought I was the one most burdened with secrets. Seems I was very mistaken. All this time we've been fighting and fleeing from the Absolute, and we've one of their figureheads in our midst. But I can hardly hold that against you. You seemed as surprised as I was. If you're able to resist your urges, then surely you can resist the lure of past allegiances also.
Kenyak, your deception ends now. I shall cleave the truth from you like flesh from a doer.
Help me! She's gone mad!
Stay out of this. She is mine to purge. I saw her. She slipped into camp in the form of a woman and shifted into this abomination. She tried to silence me and hide her deception.
I didn't do anything!
Her wits are about her. She knows we outnumber her. Say your farewells, Nevukrim. You turn on me to save this ignorant whelp? Do I mean so little to you?
Look at it. Father's favorite, all lost and wandering. Have you forgotten the way home? Should I set your lapdog to screaming? That could help you find the way. Balls, blood-addled beloved, swaddled in sinews, thinks it can judge. Never struggled, no purpose, nannied by that grim-gotten butler. You are the one who isn't capable. Gortash betrays us, bloodkin. He sets a leash to our slaughter, uses us to drive the herd towards his tin men's oppression. You must kill the tyrant, smear him across his rock-rotten halls, and pluck the netherstone from his carcass. Then we duel, sweet slaughterkin. The winner claims the stones. Baal's true chosen. The loser rots on his altar. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
So, this was Orin's intention. A combat against a fellow scion of Baal, witnessed by the Lord of Murder himself. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
The promise of slaughter, of pain and humiliation, and the sound of blood dropping into the gutter. But first, you must make gutspill of the tyrant. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, bone killer. Come to my temple before you turn Gortash to carrion, and I will ready your friend's corpse to greet you. Baal is waiting, slaughterkin. Do not disappoint him.
You almost pity Orin, taking Lae'zel like that. Give her half a chance, and she'll rip out the shapeshifter's spine.
What happened? If she does, I'll stab her! I have a knife! She can't have me again, she won't!
The great Orin the Red tugs your sleeve, sulking for attention. She might come to regret it yet. Lae'zel will not break easily. But Orin will only enjoy her work the more for that if we give her the time.
On your guard. Who knows how long that slip-skinned serpent was hiding in our camp? She might have been your pillow. Or Minsk's pillow. Or Jahira's pillow. When Minsk catches a hold of her, it will be his kicking that shifts her shape. Unless... could she be my boots? No matter. Things are not so dire. Yes, Oren has taken the rude Githyanki. But she is our comrade. And so we are going to save her. Simple enough, no? So let us be about it.
You wish to consult me?
We can't just let Orin take one of our own, even if it's Lae'zel. We have to rescue her, or kill Gortash in order to win her freedom.
Hello. Nice day for a walk.
Let's see. Candle Hallow's tombstones.
That might be worth a look.
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are awaited, all are embraced. None shall escape." Flaming fists this way. There's something engraved on this skull. Living, a torment of sorrow and strife. It's a poem. It continues, is a burden to great and to small. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life and present it to Death Father Baal. Verse by Invoker Grimlark.
I think you are confused, Wraith. You speak of another. Who has proven themselves like me? Who has sacrificed what I have? Speak!
We are approached, so still thy rant. Share you shall in murder's chant.
Who is this? Some worthless imitator, no doubt. A forgery.
Though folly most unusual. Just one may seek the tribunal.
Fine. I will add this pretender to my many sacrifices in Baal's name. May it please the tribunal. Savor your final breath. My last kill before we come.
Your breath has killed the dead twice over.
A battle won. A rival slain. His blood runs thick. A worthy stain. Thou hast shown proof of worthy kill. Present thyself before Baal's will.
You gaze upon murder's progeny, child.
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants. Each returns to do his bidding eternally.
This is the court of the Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend. Aspirants of his most profane order. The would-be unholy assassins of Baal. But these are not aspirants. You have brought traitors of Baal into our midst. Harper Worm, the abdicating hero. Your keen sense for this city has withered in your absence. And you, man of stone, as you stood a statue, a helpless ornament. Your city warped, changed, became ripe for the plucking.
Sarevok, Baal's least favorite son. Still tied to Daddy's apron strings, I see.
You disappoint me, child of murder. I expected more of your return.
Sarevok Anchev, a Baal spawn who failed to become chosen long ago. Spilled stain of Father's divine essence left out to dry. And yet, the history he shares with your companion seems to run almost as deep as your own.
What purpose do you have in bringing these heretics to the court of Baal? Speak, or death will be your final word.
Simple. We beat him about the brow and butt until he was dead.
Sarevok once fancied himself Baal's chosen, until we put him in his place. Feel no shame for forgetting him. History shall do the same.
These two have long meddled in my affairs, and my father's.
Do not parley with this madman.
Sarevok once had his chance to taste of goodness, but he spat it back out. Now he may taste boot leather instead.
You speak of the past. I speak of the future. Well, aspirant, do the shades of yesterday speak for you too? There are two paths to the Temple of Baal. To carve your devotion.
You make promises that aren't yours to keep. Take care that their breaking does not break something more.
If Minsk is certain of one thing, it is that he very much plans on being a problem for Sarevok.
I know these two well. I have traveled in their company. Whatever else may be said of them, they answer to no one but themselves. It seems there is some disagreement on who is master here.
Is it to be death, then? A better alternative to watching this sick family reunion.
You have shown us the color of your blood. Boo wonders if we had been wiser to spill it on the ground.
I never thought I'd see this. The Harper and the Idiot Ranger brought to their knees before me. The violence pleases Baal. You are something. Are you here to have your vengeance on my granddaughter, Orin? She is the child of my child, and your bloodkin. But she only seeks the Bhaalian favor you were born to inherit. She may have usurped you once, but all her rites and rituals will never match her to your natural gift. Baal is about to name a new chosen. All is between you and my granddaughter, Arin, now. And Arin has much to learn. Our Lord does not care for beauty. Baal cares only for death. Death in numbers. Death in droves. It is a lesson Arin will only learn in death. I wonder if you will be the one to teach her. She wronged me. I have heard of the duel Arin proposed to you. She seeks to sacrifice you in our father's temple. She dreams that your corpse will be her masterpiece. But she forgets, before your incident, you were the true master. You were murder, pure murder. No excesses, no pretensions. I believe you will be the one to slay Arin. And when you do, remember Grandfather Saravok. Remember how he helped you. Return to visit him. And tell the blood-drenched tale of your victory. We have a sacrifice prepared for you, child of murder. Let us celebrate your becoming.
My hamster mislikes this, but I have assured him. Yes? Of course I... Minsk bent...
Play whatever part you must, only to remind you that it is a part.
Baal should be begging me to join.
Come, child of Baal. Offer thanks unto your father for your birth, and in so doing, be reborn anew. Slaughter this celestial being. Spill its blood into the void, and through eradication of its goodness, be exalted. Spare no violence for the Dreadlord's grace, and savor every moment of the creature's slaughter.
Red in tooth and claw.
Behold, Father Baal.
His most unholy...
Another walks in Baal's bloody footsteps. It seems your warnings were not heeded, heroes of Baldur's Gate. I must admit, it brings me pleasure to baptize an unholy assassin in your presence, noble heroes.
Do not presume any would follow your path, Saravok. After all, you've shown them its sad and meaningless end.
Our friend is not like you were, Saravok. When Boo speaks to them of goodness, they do not get that stupid soon-to-sneeze look on their face as you used to.
A word of advice, unholy assassin. Wrap your leash tighter about your slaves, lest their belligerence undoes you. The reasons matter not. The Celestial is dead. The offering is made. The discards of history may yet find their true purpose in Baal's service. As followers of a Baal spawn, take this amulet, child, and return it to your father's chamber. Cleanse the temple of Arin's girlish shrines, and bring your primal slaughter back to Baal. There is nothing more I can teach you, but if you bring about her death, return to me. We shall revel in the divine memory together, as family.
Unholy assassin does have a certain ring to it.
Hail! You are learning it. It was known to those who walked. I am Amalesan, the Black Horse. It was. Tell me, Bulls. You really are. You know that. Sorry.
Dragonspawn, you are truly worthy of containing the Lord of Murder's immortal essence. The perfect child from the strongest stock. He made you well. In life, I was a Barzigal, kin-killer of the Five. In death, I serve our father still, until the world grows silent. I offer you instruments which will aid in enacting your foul whims. I am no half-blooded Drake. Alive, I was a dragon of pure cerulean chrome. But oft the need arose to disguise myself thus. Yes, Father Baal mated with a true dragon. Pray one day you have the honor of doing the same. The Five, my order of father's spawn, were among the first to carve the philosophy that Saravok's death began. We led our worship by killing the weakest of our own line, writing kinslaying into the canon. We hunted down his insipid fledglings in droves, until we were all that was left. All but Saravok's own murderer, who murdered me in turn. Bring deaths for Baal, hallowed child, or die in his name.
A rush of ancient whispers fills your mind as you approach the door. It is rife with magic. Old, deathly magic.
A new vessel brimming with blood darkens Baal's door to baptize his deus most holy. Do you have proof of your faith to our Lord? Then you must know the way. Present the symbol, proof of your father's favor. Proof of faith held in worthy hands. It is as the Dread Lord requires. Walk in blood.
You look well. Are you ready to pursue our enemies?
That is your gift to me, and we are bound together until it is done. Perhaps longer, if you wish it. This bond we share. I believe it is Alurthrin. If that is so, it will last as long as we do.
While Orin lives, I fear we will not last long at all, whether together or apart. We must find her and kill her.
No loitering, no lollygagging, and no trespassing. This is a private estate. Have you no shame, no manners? This door will open only for one grafted from Bhaalian seed. And in you, I detect scant evil seed. Ooh. This temple awaits the return of its true master, a fellow of exceptional sin. Unless Baal's true issue is brought before me, I shall not open the door. But you can bring them hither, can't you? I wish I had the honor you did of walking toe to toe, always on the very ground itself the master treads on. Oh. Kindly assist the master in returning home.
Yes?
No loitering, no lollygagging, and no trespassing. This is a private estate. How dare you so much as whisper the name of that serf, that watery-blooded peasant who pretends to bear the Lord's name? This temple awaits the return of its true master, a fellow of exceptional sin. Unless Baal's true issue is brought before me, I shall not open the door. But you can bring them hither, can't you? Brute! It is your allies' destiny. The chosen of Baal must kill their sibling. If your friend does not kill Orin, oh, don't even make me think of it. It's too sad. No loitering, no lollygagging, and no trespassing. This is a private estate. Ah, I am Sceleritas Fell, butler of Baal. I live to die, and die to serve. Although on this eve, I am rather the door beast of Baal. I'm getting anxious that my liege is not here yet. This temple awaits the return of its true master, a fellow of exceptional sin. Unless Baal's true issue is brought before me, I shall not open the door. But you can bring them hither, can't you? Your friend is special, ingrate, and you should consider yourself the luckiest wretch in the realms to travel with them. Kindly assist the master in returning home. Oh, master, master, master! You have come home to your royal dwelling. But why did you exert yourself so getting here? I was waiting to open the door. Lady Orin told me not to let you in. But I'd never listen to the pretender to your fetid throne. Yeah, I would have told you so, but didn't dream of interrupting when you were enjoying yourself so. Bashing the Hollyphant's wormy trunk was a particularly refined deed. The temple is all tidied and ready for your worshipful act of mortal combat. The eye sockets of our graven god's icon are all polished up, ready to glow menacingly as you bludgeon your sister to death. I've restacked every pile of skulls and mounted more skeletons on the walls for a cozy touch. We are unfortunate bunkmates, as she refuses to leave your estate. Every day she kills me as I'm trying to beautify the temple for your return. Up to thrice some days. Being killed by you is so much more pleasurable, master. 1,000 succubi could give me no greater delight. There's a puddle of blood on the floor as you walk in. Careful, don't slip. Please, go in, my liege. And take care to watch your step.
Is Drow society as the books say? It almost sounds tempting. Matriarchal power. Are the gods truly this petty?
They say you will fight her, Lady Orin. Will you shatter her skull? Break her bone? Break...
Shh! Speak not. Silence is precious. To die for. And Lady Orin is already too loud. Always talking. She speaks of you. Of a duel. Are you going to choke her prattle away? Make her quiet for us? Yes. Quiet.
I hear you are to duel Lady Orin. If it pleases you, child of murder, I would have her carcass once you're finished. Oh, most generous of you. Yes. Oh, such skin she has. Oh, so fine and malleable. Oh, what a trophy it would make.
I believe Orin
first made an incision in the upper left clavicle.
I am afraid I must disagree. Orin's first cut was quite clearly the throat. But was she not toy with the victim? Why begin with a death blow? A properly cut throat does not kill right away. It bleeds the victim.
Like a prize piglet, trussed up for the slaughter. Yes, you're quite right.
So you too passed Saravok's tribunal. Make sure your standards do not slip. We have a reputation to maintain.
I hear you have returned to do battle with Lady Orin. To tear each other's flesh from bone in his name. Reverence.
Your savior approaches, scuttling in without the tyrant's rock. It lied to us, ignored father's commands. Did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades can offer salvation. Do you remember now, bloodkin?
How you screamed as my knife slit your skull. Your brain juices, sticky and sweet. A little hole, big enough for the worm. Your body, a blood sac to feed it. The favorite of Baal turned meat puppet, strung up by the sinews and plucked by my hands.
A straggling memory rises. Day your tyranny should have engulfed this world. It was you who were the first to be enslaved. Orin's smile was the last thing you saw. Her bright blade glinting as she chiseled into your skull. Her reckless digging left your mind shattered. She robbed you of your bloody birthright, reduced you to nothing. Nothing but pure hate. And now it burns, yearning for vengeance.
Husk, maggot, a Baal spawn, sliding in filth with these pigs. You don't deserve the Murder Lord's blessing. It opens its lips and spews filthy lies. No! Baal has not decided. First, our blades must carve and slice. The runt must be cold, the flesh offered.
The changeling stands no chance, fiendish one. Eviscerate her.
The Murder Lord's blessing will be mine, once I peel the skin from your carcass.
last. You are the chosen one. He is near. He comes for you.
From your god, your father, an offering of his affection for you, or confirmation that he owns you.
My slayer, you will grow stronger, crueler, the prime incarnation of murder. Domination, slaughter, mountains of corpses. You standing atop them. You must destroy this world. It is what you were made for.
For a moment, the brine pool of your brain clears. To die, to rest, to save the world from yourself. To accept. To become his prophet, in any disobedience subject to his lash.
My chosen, my slayer, violence incarnate, you will become a testament in blood. Go, child of Baal. Claim the crown of Karsus. Control the Absolute. And command the Horde fit to butcher this world in my name.
The stone trembles with evils, warm as father's hate. Another part of your glimmering birthright for you to abuse as you please.
Congratulations. Your father smiles upon you. But do not let filial piety distract you from our cause. Orin's Netherstone is in our grasp. And now we must look ahead to the other. Gortash.
Time to pay Gortash another visit. I'm sure he'll want to know all about this.
Seek him out. He is all that stands between us and the Elder Brain.
Hard to believe she is dead, after all that she did to me. I do not often doubt myself. But surviving Orin took courage and strength I was not sure I had. I could not have faced her without you. You are trying to raise my spirits. I appreciate it, but any joy the sight of Orin's corpse brings me is but a speck of comforting shade. There is little relief to be found from the heat of the storm we are caught in. While the brain is still free, and we are still infected, we will never be safe. But we can talk of this later. For now, let us be glad that we still draw breath, and that Orin does not. You wish to consult me? One part of it. A smaller part than I had hoped. You know me well. Orin could make herself a mirror to anyone she met. A perfect physical replica, down to the slightest blemish or imperfection. It was only the surface that she imitated, though. The skin and the muscle and the bone. Peel back the surface, and her madness lay beneath. She could not hide that, no matter what form she took. No matter how perfect the surface imitation, few would see themselves reflected in Orin's madness, in her soul. I did see myself there. A broken version of myself, but recognizable nonetheless. And of course, you saw yourself there too. She was your sister, after all, bound to you by Baal's blood. Perhaps I will be, one day. Now that you have your father's dark blessing, you are the master of your urges. And together, we can win this fight and become as gods ourselves. When we first met, I could not have chosen that future. I could choose nothing. It is only because of you that I did not meet the same fate as Orin. Lost to madness and blood. If you had killed me when we first met, I would have been just one more casualty of your crusade against the Absolute. And nobody would remember me.
It seems the father issues are only just beginning, eh? The choice is made. You'll never stop killing. Servitude or death? You didn't have a choice.
You accepted Baal after everything we've been through. I can only hope this is part of some clever scheme I'm not privy to. Otherwise, you might as well have stayed with the Absolute. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
I can hear the screams already chosen. Murder reigns at last.
Truly a magnificent display of brutality. I expected nothing less of one of Baal's children.
Spawn of Baal, you will bring this city to its knees, as is your most unholy right. To challenge Lady Orin was bold. To slay her even bolder.
I look forward to your instruction, my liege.
And thus, Baal's bloody favor passes to another. Congratulations.
Her screams. So loud. Should have cut them off. Squeezed harder. Still, she is silent now.
That pretty skin of Orin's all melted to nothing. Unflayed, untreated. What a waste.
I cannot tell if you are more a deviant or a debutante, Shadowheart. I would like to test both aspects of your character when next you find yourself alone at night.
I'm not quite sure I like where this is going.
At this point, nobody can control Rain, and it knows it. We must seize the third stone before it breaks free.
Drop that stone! You will want your hands free for what comes next.
You can lie to Minsk, perhaps even to Jahira, but not to Boo.
You have what you wanted, Chosen. And now you will see exactly what that means. Then I am afraid you don't know us at all, as we never truly knew you.
You feel a tug of recognition. Minsk's unwitting mind mingled tides of anger, grief, confusion. Friends and enemies melding beyond recognition. A simple command. Your tadpole provides the means, your bloodline the message. To end these petty mortals who plague your father.
Oh, no more threats? I admit, I was hoping for...
What did you make Minsk do?
A fine day.
Death's Head does not speak, only stares. Her eyes are full of awe, of reverence, of hunger.
my fondest congratulations for your work in the temple. Well done indeed. On this eve, Skeleritus gazes upon perfection. You shall be a graven god, my demiurge. All you must do now is heed your father's advice when the time comes. I shall engrave that compliment on my heart. But you should rest, Master. You must be tired from all the sororicide.
A chosen butcher walks anew. Thou standest amongst a bloody few.
Its breath is dank and coarse, but it has no words. This creature is mute.
You return, taint-blessed kinkiller, having committed the holiest of sins. Your despicable sister lies dead, and your chosen body bathed in her blood. I died once. A death in the self-same temple chamber where you slaughtered Orin. A long while ago. My wretched sibling brought me back. The fairest of Bhaalspawn. Soul bound me to this husk. Worship death though I do. I refused it. I roamed the coast, gathering those who still held Baal in their black hearts. The cult survived, festering beneath the city with me as the gate's everlasting poison. With these killings, the glory of the Baalis has risen beyond what we dreamed possible during those dark days. And now that you have returned, we will have a new age of slaughter in your name. For you have slain Orin in our father's temple. To receive the blessing of Baal, I lie awake each night in this sleepless scab of a form, dreaming of what it would have been like. You are so full of promise, the perfect chosen. I almost hate to bring a challenge upon you. Baal's will is absolute. The strongest of his bloodline will be chosen. A spawn who kills a chosen must then become chosen themselves. You have done me a great service, child of murder. In eliminating Orin, you have cleared the way for me. With your death, I will prove myself anew. It is Father's way. My aching bones in this husk still feel every spark of pain from the crystalline moment of my first death in the temple. Let us die, chosen, as only Bhaalspawn can.